This is it. This is the last one. This is the wrap up. This is the conclusions. This is the conclusion video to the introduction to the esports industry. Super stoked that you guys made it here, made it to the end. My goodness, it's a marathon. It's a sprint. It's a sprinted marathon. The esports industry is massive. It's dominated by entrepreneurs. It's dominated by innovative ideas. We covered things like company archetypes. You did your own. You built your own company. We talked about team strategies, tournament operations, esports versus gaming. We talked about popular games. All esports are video games, but all video games are not esports. Guys, this is so important. It's so important. Keep that in mind because remember, esports was built off of the gaming industry. It is growing. It's growing on its own, but it's still tied to that gaming industry. So that relationship, I think, will be important forever. Remember the company archetypes, the game developers, the game publishers, software services, streaming services, hardware, distributors and retailers, auxiliary businesses, and competitive gaming itself. Those are kind of the 8 main company types. And I laugh because it's quite comical. Just remember the auxiliary businesses really is a catch-all for anybody else who's related to gaming and esports that doesn't quite fit in any of the others. Esports is an industry of growth with tremendous upside. There is super duper growth happening in the sponsorship realm of esports. It's incredible how much growth potential there is there. There's growth in streaming, there's growth in digital. Merchandising and tickets is growing, publisher fees is growing, media rights is growing, but sponsorship is just growing, outpacing the growth of everything else year over year. So, focusing on where esports is growing the most and where there's the most upside, definitely in the sponsorship realm. Again, room to grow. There is space for you. In a game like League of Legends, you cannot just pick up any champion there, and be successful. There's a tremendous amount of strategy, teamwork, lane dynamics, metadata that all have to be weighed in order to be successful. Growth is the name of the game. You have to be willing to grow as a gamer. You have to be willing to grow as a person. You have to be willing to grow as a professional. But there's so much room. Your game, choose to learn, choose to grow, always. Esports operations is a great place to start learning. Start there. Tournament operations, TO. Design a tournament, implement it at your school. Design a tournament, implement it in your neighborhood, whatever. Build it and they will come. Build it and they will play. Get out there and do it. The tools of the trade, don't forget, there's already tools out there. Don't try and build a tool that's already exists. I like Discord as an example because you'd be wasting your time if you tried to build a competitor for Discord. Instead, what you could do is learn how to build bots that you can deploy in Discord that have amazingly awesome features to do something special that people will want and will be willing to pay for. It's so valuable. It's such a valuable service. It's such a valuable thing for them that they're like, this is great. I'm going to give you $1 per month into perpetuity forever. One person does that, you're not making much money, but a couple thousand people do that, and you got some decent revenue, and you can make a living or continue to make great products. Scholastic to professional. Remember, it's not about becoming just a professional gamer. It's about becoming a well-rounded professional in general. Learning the soft skills of communication and teamwork. I'm going to say it again. Knowing when to step up and be a leader and knowing when to step back and be a good follower. Those are very, very powerful skills and attributes that everyone needs to have. Things like HBCU esports leagues and NACE and all that sort of stuff are post-secondary options. There are multiple secondary options: high school esports league, middle school esports league, GSEF leagues and tournaments, Play VS and GHSA, UGC leagues, all kinds. And there's tons of scholarship opportunities. So if you're a good gamer and you're a good student, colleges and universities want you to come play for them. Lastly, esports is innovation and entrepreneurship. You have to spend the time coming up with new and novel ideas in order to be a good entrepreneur. Like I said, don't try and recreate Discord. Instead, come up with really awesome, innovative, new, novel ideas and develop bots or tools that can be used in Discord. So scaffolding on that platform in order to build a new product or service and generate revenue. So that is it. We are at the end, very end, all done. You guys are awesome. Your innovations and your entrepreneurship ideas are awesome. There is space for you in this industry. You have to take the time to carve it out yourself. Be charismatic, be outgoing, be willing to fail, but always put the work in to be there and have a chance. So this is Mr. Graff saying, that is the end of your introduction to the esports industry. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was enlightening. I hope you learned some things. I hope you have some new ideas. I hope you have inspiration to be here and make something cool happen. I will help you do it, and I will tell you, as always, stay positive out there, gamers.